Not showing? Oh, that video. It's on! Hi, everybody. Welcome to the November 15th edition of Tark's. Oh,
Yes.
November 15th edition of Parks Talk, coming to you 1 hour early today in honor of Daylight Savings Time. My name is Doobie Mosley.
Daylight saving time, not savings. There's no slack for that.
My name is Doobie Mosley, co-founder of Laughing Place, co-host of the show. Over there is my wife, the prettiest lady in the world, Rebecca.
Oh, you're sweet.
Down there, the man who is going to be very busy today in charge of Star Wars and SoCal theme parks for this website, Mike Celestino.
Hello.
And down there, the vice president of obnoxiousness is Jeremiah Good.
You're so sweet.
And so we had everything all set today. We were going to cover all the holiday happenings at the parks. And as usual, on a Monday, ding dong, something changed. Mike Celestino, this is your area of expertise, but Rebecca's kind of our good intro thing. So I'm going to go to Rebecca instead. Rebecca, do you want to tell us about the Toontown news?
No. No.
Okay.
I wasn't ready for this.
Mike Celestino, do you want to tell us about the Toontown?
Go ahead, Mike. You're West Coast.
Okay. This morning, Disney Parks blog posted that they are going to be completely overhauling, or mostly overhauling, Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland in preparation for the opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. The area is going to be closed starting this coming March 2022, and it will open in 2023. Keep trying.
Really, we're on the ball today.
And
wow.
Here is said Toontown. So what did they announce specifically in terms of major new e-tickets that are coming? What stuff is being taken out?
This is pretty much all we know.
They highlighted the notion that as soon as you enter the land now, you're going to encounter this interactive play experience. Centennial Park is how they were describing it. This beautiful dreaming tree that it seems like you'll kind of be able to play around the trunk and roots of it. That seemed to be part of the focus of this particular announcement. What fans are noticing, right, as we look at the artwork, and artwork is always a kind of a representation. They want to bring your eye to certain things. They don't want to necessarily bring your eye to other things. So you kind of have to, this isn't a blueprint, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This is kind of a representation, but we see the Jolly Trolley station is not there. We see the atrium. No, is it an atrium? Is that what you call that thing? The
Gazebo.
Gazebo. Thank you. The gazebo isn't there. And we have this fountain there at in the center of Toontown, in front of what is going to be the El Capitan entrance to Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. So yeah, those are some of the things. What did you notice when you looked at this, Mike? What jumped out at you?
Well, I was zooming in way in the back left-hand corner to see if there was a path going to Batu back there. But
so the most important thing for Mike was getting out of Toontown.
No, I think I did notice the lack of the Roger Rabbit stuff that people are talking about a lot, but as Jeremiah has pointed out.
Yeah, we're literally, if we can bring up.
You want it big?
Yes, please.
I'll make it big again, sorry.
So where Doobie is pretty much the entrance of the soon-to-be, unless something has changed, Jessica Rabbit attraction. that was announced a few months ago that Roger Rabbit was going to be rethemed as a Jessica Rabbit detective attraction. So they really just cut off the marquee. I mean, I'm pointing at it on my screen. You guys should all be able to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Rebecca said, it draws your focus to the El Capitan. One of the things that I noticed is in the background, you can see the hills of Toontown has changed to match more of the hills from the Runaway Railway attraction. Even the little, I want to say it's the gazebo that's in the background, is something you see on the railway ride. So you'll be going, you enter Toontown, which is entering a cartoon. You go to the El Capitan to see the Perfect Picnic cartoon. You get pulled into the cartoon in a cartoon, and when you exit, you're still in the cartoon of the cartoon in the cartoon.
Yep. And Tony's part of the crew that are beginning to speculate, because one of the things that I've heard over the years is that there's a major kind of artery of infrastructure for the Disneyland Resort between Toontown and Galaxy's Edge, which makes the idea of pedestrian traffic between the two more challenging than you might think, just based on the geography. And so there's been theories over time as to whether or not they could tunnel, or maybe or somehow, how exactly would they be able to get people from point A to point B? Who knows? Some people are looking at this and thinking that they see indications that perhaps they will kind of complete that loop, so Mike C won't have to exit Toontown, go all the way through Fantasyland, back over to get to Galaxy's Edge. That he'll be able to simply walk through a tunnelway there. But only time will tell.
Can I ask Mike a question? If Mike had the opportunity to pay 50 extra bucks to get him a pathway from Mickey and Friends directly to Galaxy's Edge and back, and never have to see the rest of the park, would you do that?
Yes, because I didn't spend a great deal of my time in Disneyland prior to Galaxy's Edge opening.
So yeah, and then as Mike pointed out, the Jessica Rabbit overlay or transition for the Roger Rabbit attraction had been announced previously. So that idea that maybe that fountain isn't there in front with the Roger Rabbit, I don't know. It's not neither here nor there for me. I don't know if that's just kind of artist representation, or if it's indicative of a change that we're going to see to the landscape of Toontown.
So has Disney said one way or the other if Roger Rabbit is staying through this transition, which by the way opens in 2023? The land will close in March 2022, which is only 4 months away, and then it will reopen in 2023 as Toontown 2.0, I believe is what we will be calling it.
Actually, I think it'd be like
3.0.
Yeah.
Mickey Starland, they're actually going to rename it. But have they said what's going to happen if Roger Rabbit will remain?
No.
We asked them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the article, Doobie. I'm trying
Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to scroll away from the concept art.
No, that's fine. I do love this fountain, by the way. And I thought the thing about that fountain with Minnie is that she's represented differently there than she is in the attraction. And because for me, I was kind of wondering what they were going to do regarding, are we going to see a continuation of the modern Mickey and Minnie kind of outside of the attraction or not? And it seems like that is still going to be kind of a transition from one Toon look to another Toon look.
So one of my favorite things of the entire article was, I think it's this fountain that they talk about at night. It changes and the land changes at night. Am I the only person that forgets that Toontown closes at night when the fireworks happen?
Well, yeah. I mean,
maybe it won't anymore.
It changes. You just don't get to see it.
Yes.
They don't have fireworks every night.
If I'm paying that much and blocked out every other day, sorry. No, from what the concept art looks like, they're just getting rid of the benches when you come up into Toontown to the left and expanding. Centennial Park is actually there. That used to be the little play area that for kids that had like little rubber
things you could climb on.
Yeah. So they're just going to tear that out and connect it all the way over to Donald's boat.
Yeah. Yep.
or
No,
Goofy's house. I'm sorry.
looks
So-
really fun.
It does, but I mean, this isn't that major of a change. It looks like, at least assuming Roger Rabbit stays put. We knew Runaway Railway was coming anyway, so this isn't that huge of a change. This is about a 3 on the scale of retheming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 out of what?
Good point.
I figure if I leave it vague like that, I can just give some agreement and not have to,
I
be
want
too
to
specific.
answer Justin's question. Back when they first started doing those that 9 line of fireworks that's behind It's a Small World, you actually could still watch fireworks in Toontown, and you would end up with a nice little layer of firework dust all over you. And so at some point, it seems the fire marshal asked, and they moved, or in cooperation with Disney, moved people back. So then instead of watching it in Toontown and ending up with firework ash on me, I would sit on Toontown Hill, because they would move it to, in essence, that berm line where the train was. You could be on the hill
Oh,
from there,
Okay.
but I'd still get a bit of debris every now and again. Then they moved that line a little bit further back than that. And I haven't watched fireworks from Small World Mall in quite a while, but my memory is that the firework watching is a bit back from even like the entrance to the Small World queue now, where they hold you as far as fireworks go. So it's related to fireworks. And if you're thinking that maybe they would move the fireworks, I don't know how much room they would have to be able to relocate those, because pretty much that's between them and roadway, or you've got Small World on one side and roadway, the 5 freeway on the other side. So I don't know how much room to play they really have, but technology changes, the way things launch are changing. So, I don't know for sure, but that's kind of, where my mind is with it.
I think from now on they should just do augmented reality fireworks. You just hold up your phone to the castle, and they pop up on there.
So I have a question for you guys, Roger. We've got multiple people here. We've got
Maybe it's so sad.
We've got Justin who wants Roger Rabbit there. Nikki wants Roger Rabbit there. Roger Rabbit opened in 1994. That ride is as old as most of our DTL viewers now. Is it important that Roger Rabbit stays, or maybe is it time for? Or what do you guys think?
Roger Rabbit should stay, but this isn't a fact, but I am 99.9% sure that the reason the Jessica Rabbit retheme is happening is Amblin doesn't own the words Roger Rabbit, so Disney doesn't have to pay Amblin when they change the attraction to Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Are you telling me money plays a large part here?
Yes. Do you want to buy your Genie Plus now or later?
All right. Any more on Toontown before we move on to the non-breaking news that we were so prepared for today? So, in non-breaking news, sorry, I just noticed our article didn't mention the Roger Rabbit thing, so I'm trying to help Kyle get it. Where are we starting? Let's start with Small World at Disneyland. What are you doing? Augmented
I'm
reality?
trying to get fireworks.
He's trying to show us a fireworks filter, so he can really break my heart.
So before we get into the good news of Christmas at Disneyland Resort, which Michael, who's he? Which Mike can't wait to tell us about, let's talk a little bit about the bad news, and that is the fact that Small World Holiday has been delayed. Mike, you want to talk about that at all?
The only thing I know is that something flooded and it got in all the gears and messed up the ride mechanics and it can't run. And I saw a bunch of people working on it when I was there. When the event started on Thursday, the lights weren't even on, but they did turn them on later on in the evening there. So, but it's sad that we couldn't go on Small World Holiday. I always liked that.
Now, did you see a number of people just standing there crying at the holiday event?
No, I was hoping that it would be fixed over the weekend, though, and I'll be back on Wednesday for Life Day, so I'm kind of crossing my fingers that they have it up and running by then.
Just do one. That'd be a trick. All right. But you did get to enjoy the debut Disney Merriest Nights After Hours ticketed event. on Friday, correct?
Look at that.
Look at that. Let's get a closer view of that
Ooh.
thing of duties. That is the very first one of those ever, and Mike has it.
Mm.
This is the first one that came off the printer.
I love the way that they showcase which lands are open, because Galaxy's Edge isn't open during this Merriest Nights, correct, Mike?
Yeah, it's like having a map from 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, and then they took and they kind of have a Merriest Night overlay in essence for each land, and each one has its own kind of wintry theme, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I don't always go for these after hours ticketed events. Like I've covered a bunch of them for work, but this was the first one that really felt like it had a lot of stuff that appealed to me. So I was pretty into it. The photo ops were really fun. The entertainment was really creative, and the characters, like a lot of very unique characters were out.
The photo op that you had there with Donald, that looked like a blast.
Yeah.
You shared a few pictures with the team in Slack that were just you and your wife having a great time at this one, along with these that were on the site. But
yeah, you know what's funny about that? What's funny about that Donald snow fight photo op is that we were waiting in line, and my wife pointed out that nobody was pretending to actually have a snowball fight with Donald. They're just standing there posing. So she suggested that we do it, and we started pretending to throw snowballs at Donald, and he immediately got into it. You know, he was like hiding behind the fort and throwing fake pretend snowballs back at us, and the pictures came out great. It was really a fun. That was one of my favorites. And then seeing Scrooge McDuck and the ghost of Jacob Marley, goofy character on Main Street in Town Square was just super cool.
And it was nice that they took use of the Hyperion costuming and brought some of the Frozen characters to life over there on the It's a Small World Mall area. In New Orleans Square was Tiana and her crew.
Wow.
Over at Tomorrowland, it was it Max, and it was Buzz Lightyear. That's right. Buzz Lightyear was dancing on top of something, and there were lights going on.
Yeah, in Tomorrowland, they had a DJ going all night, and Buzz was standing up on the balcony there on top of Star Wars Launch Bay.
That was
dancing.
cool.
I like the lights up there. I thought that was really neat looking.
Very futuristic. Yes, indeed.
Hey, Donna, they haven't specifically said, but the visual that they had, you could see the Go Coaster tracks in the corner, although some of the LP crew were wondering if maybe you might not see a re-theme of it, but who knows? There's been nothing specific, but like I say, the overall image of what's to come did showcase those familiar red coaster tracks off to the left.
And we are getting a Rescue Rangers reboot movie or something, right? So
yeah, but we got
it to be relevant
to be right after they close that, so I'm not using that as any kind of nothing.
I love Bell Carolers and carolers in general. That's such an important part of a Disneyland Christmas, so I'm happy they were there too. It's very cool.
Yeah, the big highlight for me and a lot of people was seeing the Muppets in the omnibus, double-decker bus going down Main Street, and they circled around the hub. Yeah,
take a quick look at that. I do have that.
Yeah.
So did you know this was going to be there?
I had no idea. Apparently people knew beforehand, but I was not one of them. I guess I haven't been paying close enough attention. When I got there and saw it on the map, I was like flipping out. I couldn't believe it because I'm such a big Muppet fan.
I was tempted to go out there just for that, because I remember when they announced the Merriest Nights, that was one of the Muppets caroling was listed, but nobody knew exactly what type of caroling it would be.
And it's Christmas caroling, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I managed to get a pretty good spot right up front there, as you can see from the video, and just seeing. I mean, they're authentic puppets. I don't know who the puppeteers were. Obviously, the voices were pre-recorded by the official voices of the characters, but I'm guessing they had like temp puppeteers actually operating the puppets, but they were very good. They were very believable. Yeah.
When they had the Muppets through history out here, we learned that the Muppeteers all had to go through a real class from actual Muppeteers and had to be signed off before they could do anything. So I'm guessing, especially since it's just down the road there, they had to do the same.
Now, are the Christmas caroling coach Muppet thingy? This is just for the event, or is this played on non-event days too?
This is only for Disney Merriest Nights,
Very
as far
cool.
as I am aware.
What was the price on that? Do you know offhand?
I believe it's $175.
And what were the crowds like? Did it feel like an after hours, very limited attended event?
It was pretty well attended. Yeah, but yeah, I would say less than you would see on a night like that without the event. And when there was that overlap period where, you're allowed to come in for the event, but the other regular day guests are still there, that place was just jam-packed. Like, it was tough to move around Main Street at that point.
Wow. So do you recall like maybe some of the wait times for some of the bigger rides?
The rides didn't have too much of a wait time as far, because people, when you go to something like that, people are really there for the photo ops, the characters, and the unique kind of entertainment. So the rides are kind of an afterthought. And I don't know, is it worth it to pay that much to go on rides you can do whenever? I don't think so.
I know with the after hours event in Florida, we would, even though it was only a few hours, if you only had one day to go to a theme park, the price difference isn't that big, and you can do a lot during that after hours time. So, for an annual pass holder, it's certainly not worth it, but for a day guest, it might be worth it to pay a little bit more, get much shorter lines.
Sure.
And so
I will tell you, we kicked off our very merriest after hours this past week too. But the lines were, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train still had like a 20 to a half hour wait.
Okay,
So,
well, compared to daytime, though, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Of course, no Genie Plus. Did Genie Plus operate after hours?
No.
Okay. Since we're there, do you want to tell us about your event?
I wanted to share this real quick before we move on.
Sorry.
This was one of the things that Mike mentioned, and it was a definite highlight of the evening was the Christmas Carol characters appearing on Main Street. Here we had Goofy as Jacob and Scrooge. But
as we were leaving for the night, it's got to be like 11:55 or something, like 5 minutes before the event ended. And we're leaving through Town Square, and I had seen photos tweeted out before that Scrooge was out there with Goofy, and Scrooge McDuck is my favorite Disney character. So I was like, oh, we got to go see if we can get a picture with Scrooge as we were leaving. And we were literally the last people they allowed in that line. So we got really lucky, and the timing worked out perfectly for that. And we had to wait a bit, obviously, but it was still really cool to get that photo. And we did take photos with them as well. But that photo of them up close happened to explode on the Laughing Place Twitter. So it was worth it for that too.
For sure. Yeah, those character pictures do so well too. So we appreciate you working so hard, Mike. You're working hard. You had to take a video of a shop, which I know is harder than it sounds. So there's a new shop that opened up at Disneyland, replacing the old photo shop, and that is the Plaza Point Holiday Shop.
You know what's funny about this video is I shot it and it was like 5+ minutes long, and then I saw when it got uploaded, it's like 1 minute and 40 seconds or something. I was like, what happened? But then I looked today at the editing job, and it's put together really well. I think it was Luke. I was like really impressed with how he cut it together. He really cut out all the fat,
Oh. Thank you, Luke. If you're out there, we appreciate it. Yeah, short can be good. It is a good looking video and a good looking shop. It's nice to have a permanent Christmas shop at Disneyland like they have at the Magic Kingdom. And I guess the old photo supply probably isn't in as big a demand as it once was in a different era. So, all right. So Jeremiah, you got to see a parade.
Well, I got to see a parade and 2 fireworks in one night.
Well, the parade's a big deal because it's been a long time since there's been a bona fide parade at the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I will definitely say that Mike and Disneyland won for the holiday after hours events. Disney's very merriest after hours party, which it's an after hours. We shouldn't call it a party, after hours event. did kick off guests, just like Mike said, the crossover in between the day guest and the evening guest was tough, but what was even tougher was they had Disney's Enchanted going for everybody, and then the non-guests had to leave. Then we got to see the return of the parade, the new stage show, which is highlights of the different stage shows over the years. I'm enjoying the Christmas parade and Mr. Toads together. That's
All right.
Yeah. Oh, that's freaky. Don't look at this, people. Don't look at this.
And then we had the Christmas fireworks. So it was great, but like Mike was saying, I believe ours was almost $200. We saw the parade, we saw the fireworks, we saw the stage show, we saw the Reindeer Wranglers, which is a fun little band that takes place right by the Country Bear Jamboree. And we did Peter Pan. That was the only attraction we made it on the entire night, and we stayed until pretty much they were kicking us out.
Did you get a bunch of sugar cookies and cocoa?
No.
No longer included?
No, it's included, but it's trying to get everything, what we were doing was trying to get our normal, because this is just a modified version of the Very Merry Christmas Party in the years past. So everything was very similar. They sadly don't have the many different options for cookies. They've gone down to one option for cookies, but it was I believe it was sugar.
As long as it's sugar, you only need one option.
It's an outside cookie company that provides it. And they had the hot cocoa, and then since it was after hours, they had all the sodas and ice cream bars, which was amazing because it's actually a chilly night here in Florida, so the ice cream wasn't the biggest grab.
Cool. And of course, Christmas decor is up all over all the parks now, right, Jeremiah? The hotels as well.
Yes, we just got photos up of Disney's Animal Kingdom and all the magical menagerie this morning. And
that's so pretty.
Yeah.
And also in related news, we are only 11 days away from Candlelight Processional hitting Epcot, and we have a full narrator list now. So everyone from Cheetah Rivera to Little Mermaid to the guy from LA Law to the host of Wheel of Fortune are going to be speaking this day, and that's very exciting. Anyone on this list, Jeremiah, you want to do your best to see?
Alton Fitzgerald White is definitely a nice one. I love Jodie Benson. I've seen her do it. Moana, I'd love to see Moana. That one will probably be a hard one to get. I am going on the 9th when Bart Millard is there. That was one of the holdouts. We didn't know who it was, so I'm very excited to see Bart Millard.
Cool.
For those of you looking up who Bart Millard is, he is a Christian rock singer. This will be his first year doing it. I had no clue who he was until I searched him, and it was one of those like, it's going to be entertaining. That's all that matters.
Are we ready? Are we ready for the onslaught of people who are going to be confused on the 17th through the 19th? Because that actress is who I have now decided is not Agatha. Because whenever I see her, I think it's Catherine Hahn, but it isn't Catherine Hahn. This is Anna, I want to say Gasteyer. She was in ABC's Suburgatory. And for the longest time,
she was a Saturday Night Live cast member too.
Yeah, and I initially thought that this was the same actress. It wasn't until
This isn't the lady who plays Agatha?
No, Catherine Hahn plays Agatha. This is, like I say, yeah, exactly. That was so it's gonna be fun.
I totally just assumed it was this lady the whole time. It's her.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
it's not Agatha after all. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it isn't Agatha Harkness. No, not at all. So it's one of those interesting things. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to those few days of when people are tweeting, "Oh, look who's hosting the," as they walk by, "Oh, look." Yeah, no. So
oh my goodness. Yeah. I am blown away. I just assumed it was her this whole time.
Because they're both really, really fantastic comedic actresses in their own right, so it's funny. Okay.
Have you ever seen Candlelight before, Mike?
Here at Disneyland, yeah, not at Walt Disney World.
Okay. Do we know, is it even coming to Disneyland this year?
Yes, the 4th and the 5th.
Yeah.
But we don't know who.
No.
I don't think it's an official announcement. No.
No,
They like to surprise that.
They're going to do just like they've done in the past years and not announce it, especially in this case, if it is some major name or some non-major name. Either way, they know that the park's been booked for weeks anyway, so nobody's going to go, hey, I'm going to go down and see Candlelight because Chris Hemsworth is doing it again or something.
No.
I want Alexander Hamilton. I think he would be the best.
I want Aaron Burr.
Mike, Star Wars stuff before you get out of here. I know you have to leave a little bit early today.
Yeah, I got like 15 minutes left.
What you got here? What are these pictures of?
Oh, so there's new remote control droids available for sale in the Droid Depot at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. That's CB-23. He's a droid from Star Wars Resistance. Then you've got, that's the back side of the box there. Later on, you got Dio from The Rise of Skywalker, remote control.
So these are controlled. They come with a controller. It's not like Bluetooth or something, right?
I believe that's correct.
Based on this
picture,
yeah,
there you go.
Chopper? Wait.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Chopper.
Yeah, we got a Chopper from Star Wars Rebels.
I will be checking
elsewhere
on Wednesday to see if they've made it here yet.
And
So
the fairy droid. This is
the
cool.
one that I almost thought about buying. For a couple reasons I did not, but I was so excited that they did this. It's the droid, the fairy droid from the first season finale of The Mandalorian. But you have to have the pre-existing astromech droid that you build at Droid Depot, and then this is just the accessory pack to add on to that. So how much is a regular droid just to build it? It's over $100, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then this accessory pack is $75.
Wow.
Plus, I wanted to, if I did it, I wanted to make it look just like the one in the show, which has like red highlights on its torso, kind of. And you have to buy those separately. They're in a little package that's like $13 or something. So it would have been like over $200 just to build that. And they didn't have the right dome. I couldn't find the right dome on the conveyor belt. So I ended up skipping. Yeah, but I mean, it did appeal to me. I came very close to considering it.
I thought the couple of reasons were going to be your wife, but I guess I'm
You'd be surprised what she puts up with.
Oh,
I mean, I guess you wouldn't, based on what's
behind you.
I'd be very interested to see it in person because the way the box describes it, I would have thought there was more included. So I have to check that out.
Maybe we'll find out.
I do know.
Barely necessities tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, Mike, there was so much going on at the resort here on the West Coast. What else? I mean,
yeah,
you talk about it, and I'll see if Doobie and I can pull up some resources to accompany what you're chatting about.
Well, we were talking about Marius Nights before, and I forgot to show off the magic key holder button that they gave away.
Oh, that's really nice.
That's really pretty.
Yeah.
So instead of the AP buttons, now we got magic key buttons. So
I bet you feel appreciated getting that.
But then Friday, the day after Marius Nights, was Disney Plus Day, and I'm sure Jeremiah got some swag too. I did not get there to the park early enough to get a hat, but there's Jeremiah's hat. This is my button that they gave me on the way in.
That's very nice.
And you guys definitely won for Disney Plus Day out there.
You have more stuff to show?
I don't have any more physical stuff to show, no, but there's the button.
Stories you love.
And if you go to, I think Alex or somebody put up a post all about, did we get that up anywhere, about all the decorations that were up in the park and characters and stuff? Okay. It was fun seeing Agatha, since you brought her up earlier. She was in Avengers Campus for Disney Plus Day. I hadn't seen her before because I missed Oogie Boogie Bash. So that was cool. And then Powerline, Goofy, and Max were in Tomorrowland. There she is.
That is so cool. I mean,
What a great costume. That's such like a nice, elaborate costume for the park.
She reminds me of Cousin It from this angle.
Yeah. She does turn around eventually.
Okay.
I enjoyed her
that.
giving the cast members look like, move this trash.
Avengers Campus is fulfilling the dream of being constantly in motion with various characters as new things debut, and that is so exciting.
And I wanted to see the Eternals too, but apparently they go away in the early afternoon, which is just when the park hopping starts. So it's like if you're not starting at DCA, you're not going to see them, sadly.
They've got a world to save, man.
I guess so.
We've got time for this stuff. But yes, the Eternals are at Disney's California Adventure Avengers Campus as well. So I imagine that it's just a matter of a couple of weeks until we can see Hawkeye there, as it debuts on Disney Plus soon, and then She-Hulk and Zombies.
We've had the zombies. We had Cap Zombie already.
And all this fun Marvel
Boogie
stuff coming to Disney Plus. Almost Rivals was coming for Lucas, right, Mike?
Don't get me started.
So there's Shang-Chi there. We've seen him before doing.
Hey, all that matters is Obi-Wan. Like, I felt completely justified with the Obi-Wan bit. Like, even though it was a minute, that got me more excited than almost any of the other Marvel stuff.
Really?
I mean, my favorite thing to come out of Disney Plus Day was the Willow teaser. So,
That was great.
For sure.
The Willow teaser was a lot of fun. Warwick.
spelled Warwick and pronounced Warwick.
Warwick. Oh my goodness, he's hilarious. He needs his own show now, I think. Just the Warwick.
He had
He
his
used
own
to
show.
he used to do shows out here for Star Wars weekend that were just the funniest things.
There was a show
talented.
called Life is Short on HBO or something a while ago.
Really?
That was a mockumentary about his life, produced by Ricky. Yeah, produced by Ricky Gervais, which is kind of where he got that style of humor.
Oh, that's
from,
right.
so.
I forgot about that. That was
Right.
funny.
I have HBO Plus or Max, whatever they call it. That should be on there. Let me take a quick note. Life is short. Okay. Because that was hilarious.
These are some of the magic photos that were available for Disney Plus Day, Grogu, Olaf, some of the Andor series representation, a little bit of Up, some Incredibles. So lots of fun happening at the resort for Disney Plus Day.
So Gio mentions this, and I know Mike is our vice president of Simpsons as well. What did you think of the Plusiversary special?
I thought it was funny. It's very short. There's not a whole lot to it, but I got some good chuckles out of it, as I have all the Disney Plus Simpsons shorts. Didn't bother me in the way it seems to be bothering some people, but I'm not precious about that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't decide if I'm bothered or not, so I guess I'm not that bothered.
Before I go, I do want to talk about Mirabelle, if we have that.
I do actually.
I just did. That's funny. I just scrolled away from it. Here it is.
Okay.
So
I
have seen Encanto. I can talk about it because it went up this morning. The embargo was this morning. So I really love this movie quite a bit. I was really moved by it, and I think it's excellent. I think people are going to love it. But they debuted the character Mirabelle, who's the main character from Encanto, at Disney California Adventure in, what is that area called during the holidays? Not Paradise Gardens, but Fiesta Village?
Please
No.
on a dog.
Viva Navidad, I guess? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
And she's a face character, and she's really charming and great. You know, all these actors are great at improv and everything, so it's really great to interact with her. And she looks wonderful. The costume is really elaborate and detailed, and people were really flipping out about this on Twitter too. What were they saying? What was the comment?
No, I'm trying to remove it.
I was trying to delete it, and I think Silly put it up.
But she was also at the red carpet opening.
Yes, she debuted at the premiere and then has now come to the park.
I was like,
she is
when have I
adorable.
seen her before?
So you tweeted a video of her as well as she arrived on the scene, and it's quite adorable. She just has a bounce to her, a playfulness. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't even seen the trailer, but if the character is anything like this, I think she's going to be very, very, very popular.
Well, as a Lin-Manuel fan, I think you're gonna enjoy this one.
Does she rap?
I think everybody gets a moment to rap here in this one. Yeah. So
Oh,
That was
nice.
amazing. We were able to just take it over, and then mine ended up being minimal too. We're still using this new interface. Did you see that? See?
Oh, your state said where they were both there?
Yeah, they were both there. Mine
Oh,
became like another speaker.
that's
well.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so we have a suggested Warwick Davis in Extras, the funniest thing he's done. Extras, is that the one that stars somebody?
that's also the Ricky Gervais
Ricky
show.
Gervais.
That's right,
I
Ricky.
think that's where they met, but then they kind of spun it off into that other show, Life is Short.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm new to Curb Your Enthusiasm. Pretty funny.
Oh, I would just watch the new one last night. It was really good.
We're on season 2. A little
Okay.
behind season 2. Cool. All right. I think Mike has reached his limit. He has to go do his enormous prep for his next project.
Did we get through everything? I think we got through most of it, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you, Mike. Au revoir.
I'll be back next week. See you soon. Bye.
Bye. We'll see you later this week for Life Day and for Mickey's birthday. So lots going on live that Mike Celestino will be bringing to you here on Laughing Place.
I'm looking at the thing you just saw, and that's really cool. So, but I don't know anything else about it.
Okay, move with Jeremiah.
So Jeremiah, what else we got going on at Disney World? What did you think? Were you the one who went to see the Cosmic Rewind facade debut?
No, that was actually Zach Ridley posted those on his Instagram. I haven't made it over there yet. And the problem with that is definitely on the other side of the fence. Like I know that I could climb a hill and see that, but it looks pretty amazing. I'm excited for that to be the front of Cosmic Rewind.
It looks like the bow of a ship, right? Like like this is the 6th Disney ship. So anyway, that's been tweeted. Cosmic Rewind is coming. When's it coming? Next year? Do we know?
Next year. That one is definitely, they gave us a next year timeline. Hopefully this upcoming weekend, we'll hear something about it at Destination D23, presented by Tops. I think I got it all in there.
So that's coming up next weekend. So you can expect our next Monday show to be chock full of stuff. We hope that there's tons of announcements coming about who knows what, all over, not just Disney World, but all over the
Destination D has definitely become the D23 Expo East. So Saturday in the morning, I believe it's Josh is doing a presentation that will always talk about what is coming to all the parks. So hopefully we'll see something Epcot based, and then we will well, Mac, why didn't you tweet out pictures then?
You might have. Let's see. At IAPA, they highlighted that there's an official Disney Parks Minecraft on the way. Not a lot of details were unveiled, but that was something that was brought up at IAPA today, that the entire virtual version of the Magic Kingdom is going to be part of the official Minecraft universe. There's been plenty of fan-based ones over the years, but an official version is coming. Like I say, not a lot of details out there yet. What is out there, I'm sure the team at Laughing Place are probably working on getting that information and reported here. But just to let you all know that that's on the way. Our son is watching and he loves Minecraft, so I figure I'd just let him know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And as mentioned in our chat and confirmed in our chat, Main Street vehicles have returned to the Magic Kingdom, which is pretty exciting. I'm a big omnibus fan. What's your favorite way to travel Main Street other than by foot, Jeremiah?
I prefer the omnibus. I prefer the omnibus at Disneyland a little bit more, mostly because it's fun to watch the people go, oh, there's a bus coming at me, and not moving at all. We have a video up that I shot, I want to say it was 2 years ago from Disneyland. I was there, and I happened to be like right in front of the omnibus, have a great POV looking out, and you just watch, like, those those signs when you're heading down to like San Diego of the family crossing the road.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
totally the people looking at the bus like,
Yeah. Yeah. One of the earliest pictures I have of me at Disneyland is sitting in that front bench on the and I have my day pass pinned to my shirt. That was back when they were still doing like some tickets, some pass.
Yes.
So it's pinned to my shirt, so I wouldn't lose it.
I always like to sit in front with the driver. I don't know. It made me feel special to be up there. Not sure why. I am special, by the way. So I'm just now reading our Twitter, Jeremiah. I did?
Yeah.
Well, how smart of me.
People must do when
It is a must do.
You're not wrong.
It is
If you go to a Disney park and do not experience an omnibus ride down Main Street, it is a missed experience.
Being driven by Hub.
Yeah. It was so cool. What parade was it? There was a parade just the other day. I want to say maybe a holiday or something. And it must have been holiday. And Goofy was in the back in his merriest outfit. And Hub was driving the vehicle. I was like,
Wilford Brimley of Main Street Vehicle Cast members.
It was just wonderful to see familiar face.
Doobie, were you about to start addressing the announcements?
Yeah, so I see a tweet here saying that Disney Kite Tales has added an announcement about the landings. What are they saying now, Jeremiah?
So we're out having lunch after getting pictures of the menagerie, and Flame Tree Barbecue, of course, has the best view. The 10-minute announcement goes, and I'm like, this sounds different. They kind of give the in 10 minutes, and then they go, and just so all our guests know, what goes up must come down. Ooh, and they make that sound, and then they talk about how the kites all land in the specific area, or it says a specific area, but I think it kind of implies they can land anywhere. And it's pretty much just hey, people, stop freaking out about the kites landing weirdly.
Good.
That is hilarious. And
then
I'm just seeing this, which is so exciting. Oh my, you can see Santa Claus at Animal Kingdom.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
I like the pinwheels in the back.
Who's driving this thing?
I really like it.
8 tiny reindeer.
It's very adorable. Oh, there he is.
If they had like little seahorses out front or something, that'd be funny. Horse reindeer.
I don't know if they're doing it this year because I hadn't seen it, but at Disney Springs they had Santa and Mrs. Claus going around in the water, and their floats had reindeer in the front.
Aww.
It was, totally set up to be cheesy, but it was
cool.
Yeah, it was cute.
And a moment of silence.
I know. It's all done. No, I'm not being silent for it. I'm happy it's
I
never rode it.
It's a fun, we're talking about Primeval Whirl, which as you can see is no more. It is a fun ride. Nothing special, but it's
read
fun.
a direct quote from somebody that I sent the picture to. I sent the picture, and the direct quote was praise Jeebus. Can we all guess who?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. There are some people this is going to be a red letter day for them.
Jeebus.
Well, it wasn't Jeebus. I just didn't want to go, keep it as Simpsons-y as possible.
I appreciate the edit.
Yeah, they can take stuff down a lot faster than they can bring stuff up, I think.
Actually, it's been being taken down for a while.
It's cool.
But I hadn't been there, I think, in about 2 weeks. And when I was there, they had torn down half of it, but now it is flat. Walking up, I was like, oh, thank Jeebus.
And of course, LP, we cover it all. We don't just cover Disney. So you can find coverage of Christmas at Knott's on our site. Tony was all over SeaWorld when it debuted Christmas last week. So we've got coverage of that, tons of video.
And Jeremiah, you went down to Tampa, went to Busch.
I was at Busch on Saturday, but really, if you're not leading into this, Doobie, we need to have a talk. The Give Kids the World Night of a Million Lights.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I'm leading into that, but I should mention one more thing before you get there in terms of major Christmas celebrations. Kennedy Space Center inducted some new astronauts into the Hall of Fame. We've got coverage of that as well. All right, go ahead, Jeremiah.
Okay, so Give Kids the World Village. If you don't know what it is, look it up, volunteer, learn about it. It is one of the best places on earth. It provides a week-long vacation for Wish kids, and usually tickets to Universal, Disney, whatever they want to do in this area. Last year, because of the shutdown, they had nobody staying there. They also had no way to provide any money coming in because they depend on volunteers and extra support. So Disney found a use for the Osborne lights from 4 years ago. It had closed, sadly, and last year they put them up around the front of the village.
Mm-hmm.
This year, because they actually had 50 families for the first time staying in the village, they relocated the entrance to the back side. So you come in the back, around the lake, the houses all dance with the lights. They have a Walt Disney World sponsored house, a Legoland sponsored house, a Universal sponsored house, just so many amazing lights in there. And then in order to kind of give everybody the full property tour, you get on a little tram that is narrated by Jody Benson, and you go around the neighborhood where the guests are actually staying, where the families are staying. So you're not interrupting their stay, because the only way to do it is on the tour. Just so much fun, so beautiful. We put up some videos and some photos. It doesn't do it justice. If you miss the Osborne Spectacle of Lights at Disney's Hollywood Studios, buy a Give Kids the World night. It's a great support, and it also is just a fun night.
Can you just take a moment to say what Give Kids the World does? What is their...
He did at the beginning, give you while
Yeah.
you're looking.
All right,
They provide housing for a week stay for guests, Wish kids, Wish families. And this is just looking around at the back area that they do the dancing lights, just like it was at Osborne. Actually, I think it's a little bit more pretty than it was at Osborne.
Really
and
nice.
That was one of the Wish families. He lit the light, and Mayor Clayton and his wife, the bunnies, were up there.
I was gonna say, Give Kids the World's only about 20 minutes tops from the resort itself, right?
Yeah.
That's about a 20-minute drive east of Walt Disney World, pretty much straight along the 192. Just keep going east about 20 minutes, just around the area where you see Medieval Times.
Yeah, it's
that's
just
where
past Medieval Times.
It's kind of on the backside of that area right there. So if trying to think of whether or not you'd be able to do it during your trip, and be sure to check out their website for ticket information, anything like that, because they are limiting attendance as everybody else is, and it helps raise money to continue their fantastic efforts. Just this summer we were able to see the dedication of their new pirate ship stage, and the amount of love and heart and soul that goes into everything done by the volunteer team there, and the executive leadership at Give Kids the World really shines through in the place. It has that magic feel to it, because of the care and love that everyone who works there brings to the job. And of course, and they have such an important thing that they're doing, just trying to lift the spirits and give these families who are walking some of the toughest roads, just give them a chance to have a true vacation from as much of that reality of life as they possibly can. And so just want to make sure you have that information.
One of the joys of arriving at Disney World sometimes at the Orlando airport, and keep an eye out for this when you go, is seeing the signs being held from Give Kids the World
when they're picking up a family.
When they're picking up a family, and so you can kind of hang around and see the family arrive for their Disney World trip, and it's emotional.
It's really special.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, last year, one of the things that they pointed out was last year was the first year they had no idea what to expect. They were hoping that they may get like 30,000 people over a month and a half. They almost had 100,000 people go through. And
they sold out. I tried to buy a ticket, and when I ended up being able to go down there, and they were already sold out by the time I was booking my December vacation.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I didn't get to see it, and it doesn't look like I'm going this year, so again, I'll miss out.
So yeah, so much to do in Central Florida, and it's nice for Gift Gets Girl to be an actual legit destination now. I mean, it's, you know, you do it for the feel good reasons, but it's amazing just on its own as a destination. Some crazy guy in our chat thinks Universal Studios Florida is the best park for the holidays. So while we've got a couple minutes, let me ask you guys, of the Central Florida theme parks, which single park is the best for the holidays? I'm not sure what my answer is yet, but I definitely know what it's not, and that's Universal Studios Florida.
What? How can it not be
Florida,
Universal Studios Florida?
They do a pretty good with their parade.
Their parade is amazing. Then you have the beauty of Harry Potter and the transformation that it undergoes for. But go ahead, Jeremiah. Sorry.
Grinchmas also.
Yes.
Isn't that in IOA?
Well, yes.
I'm doing individual park. Grinchmas I love. I would put IOA well over USF.
If I had to choose just like one thing in the Central Florida parks that I like, well, Busch Gardens does an amazing job. Like, yes, it's not technically Central Florida, but I fell in love again with going out there. The Magical Menagerie at Animal Kingdom and just everything they put up out there, like, I was having so much fun today with that.
Oh, I like this idea of a head-to-head between Mike Mack and Tony Betty on Universal versus SeaWorld, because
Disney, anybody?
The way that SeaWorld, but the thing with Disney is it's really hard to separate out like Magic Kingdom proper versus after hour fun, right? Because with all of these places, it's like it's no different. It's the same, day to night to day.
For MK, but Epcot, not so difficult. And Epcot, I would put over MK anyway.
Yeah, see, I've never been a
doesn't have the lights anymore, Doobie. That's been a decade.
I've never been a big Epcot fan, and what I loved about studios has been slowly dismantled over the years, so it's not there anymore.
Are the ornaments still there?
We have Morgan in here fighting with this also. No, Mac, you automatically win. You're being outnumbered. It doesn't matter anymore.
Okay, Epcot has candlelight. It has the storytelling. It has the most beautiful Christmas tree. I don't know what if anything it's going to have now, but it used to have Peace on Earth, which was just spectacular. I gotta believe they're going to do some special stuff on that big white globe they have, the big white golf ball they have at the entrance with their new lights and stuff. So Epcot's got it. I'm sorry, and the food.
No. See,
but if I had to choose between SeaWorld and Universal, I would choose Universal any day. SeaWorld is a little...
It's subtle and beautiful, and there's no people.
Rank them, Doobie. Rank them.
I'm indifferent.
SeaWorld and subtle? No.
Rank them.
SeaWorld and subtle does not.
Epcot number one. IOA number 2. And then Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Studios, USF. Disney Springs somewhere above USF.
No, how can no? That tree is gorgeous. They have the Macy parade.
They have Earl the Squirrel.
They have storytelling is yawn best. You gotta have twinkle lights.
Thank you, Morgan. Yes, SeaWorld and subtle for holiday. SeaWorld and subtle for Christmas. That is not. You don't go into SeaWorld and say, "Oh, it's the holidays." It is Christmas, and if you don't want to be celebrating Christmas, avoid that park at all costs.
SeaWorld,
that's a positive for me as far as I'm concerned.
No, SeaWorld is intense with the Christmas. That is some Christmas overload at SeaWorld. And this year they have the cast of like Rudolph now. so you can meet the snowman and
They've had that for a few
different
years actually.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't that way when I lived there, so it's still new to me.
SeaWorld's
So
pretty high
it's
because
cool.
it has the cool ice skating show where they had
dude,
every show
I
is
can't
this
even
far
lie.
away from disaster.
I
And
kept watching the video of it.
This far away from
That's-
disaster is
that's
the
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld motto.
It's like
and do they
so scary.
that was really good, Jeremiah. Do they still have
You're this close. Do you remember?
Yes,
You're
you're this
this
close to
close.
5. Do they still have at SeaWorld the Shamu show at Christmas with like the live guitarist?
Oh, I don't know.
I forgot
Tony
about
was there
that.
this year, but that was painful to have to sit through.
Oh,
Sadly, they don't have the Christmas, their version of the Christmas story, which I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, was by far one of my favorite things, where they had it being told by the animals.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that was up in the Odyssey Theater, right, Jeremiah? The one you're
Yes.
talking about? Yeah, I know.
And we are forgetting, by the way, I don't know if it's still there. I hope it's back this year, but Gaylord Palms Ice. You will remember it for several weeks.
We
It is one
can't
of the
talk
highlights.
about Gaylord Palms Ice anymore. We don't get invited to it. So
They still have it. They have a media event and they don't invite us.
Stop,
trust
you guys.
me,
I love Gaylord Palms Ice. We were regular.
refer to our CEO about his
We were
anger.
regular goers every year when we lived in Florida, and when we get back to Florida, we will be going once again.
That's right.
But you
I
still have to
adore
pay like
ice.
$50 for
beautiful.
parking there.
It is expensive.
then-
The parking's a pain, and it's worth every penny because ice is awesome.
And then they had the show in the atrium that was kind of based on a lot of the Mannheim Steamroller type Christmas tunes.
Oh.
They used to have gingerbread decorating and complimentary hot cocoa
Yes, Jeremiah.
back when we went. Yes,
Universal Mannheim Steamroller is returning this
I
year.
know. I'm
The
so
actual
jealous.
band?
Yes.
Oh,
I
now
know.
it's creeping up a little bit.
You're not right about how low you have Universal
In
Studios.
the same place where I saw Too Legit, they're going to be performing.
That's where they used to perform. Yeah.
I've never seen them live. They've got some good Christmas music. All right. So when we go back to Florida for Christmas someday, I'm going to go with Mac, and then I'm going to go to SeaWorld with Tony, and I will once again play the part of Tom Selleck, and we will see how this goes, and
But
I'll make a choice.
SeaWorld has really great Christmas fireworks show. I
If
don't
it
know.
happens.
Does Universal have good fireworks?
If
Christmas
it
fireworks show?
Yes, they had their smattering of, but only during their nighttime show on the lagoon. They don't have.
Because Universal has yet to impress me with any of their pyro.
Correct.
But the Christmas at Hogsmeade on Hogwarts is pretty impressive. Like the projections and their fireworks.
I haven't had a chance to see any of
Mac,
the
back me
Hogwarts
up on that
fireworks
one.
yet. I haven't had a chance to see any of those yet. I've seen the stuff on the lake, and I've yet to be bemused by.
Tony
The
posted
mistake on the lake was in DCA.
Tony posted a tweet of it snowing at SeaWorld, and that was impressive. That was really, really beautiful.
Good looking. It was good looking. Yeah.
But
But I mean, I'm really traditional, and for me, it's the Magic Kingdom. I mean, the whole environment of Magic Kingdom. That's tops in Orlando for me. Even forget whether or not you get to go to the after hours show. The coming to the park, and right, it's changed over to the music box music. You have that enormous tree in Town Square. You have the holiday garland all along Main Street. It's just like that is like the quintessential holiday feeling. For me though, personally, one of the things that I look forward to, and you know how it used to be that it was Santa Claus coming down, Fifth Avenue, I think it's Fifth Avenue, in front of Macy's, would be the start of the holiday season. For me, it is still the kick line at the studios. And so I just wait for the 5 and dime kick line, and then I know it's holiday time. Yes, Jeremiah?
It's not back.
I know it's not back. I'm still holding hope it'll come back.
But you know it is back. Snoop Dogg is at Universal for the parade. So
Oh, that's right. They even have Snope there.
who's Snope?
It's Snope.
Oh, Snope. Okay, I thought he.
Yeah, that's what theme park dweebs like Mike call.
I believe that all of us call it Snope.
No, I never.
Snope is either the rapper or the guy who debunks stuff.
That's like a respect the magic kind of thing for me. I can't call it Snope.
They were
Right.
calling it like Snope when it was the old days of Osborne.
Oh, there you go. You can see the snow. See, Tony knows how to say it. Snow at SeaWorld's waterfront.
Rhymes with O.
Rebecca, I'd like to point out that you're agreeing with Tony.
I'm happy to agree with Tony when he says snow instead of Snope.
It is snow. The size of magic, as Rebecca said.
Hey, are we wrapping up? Do we got more to talk about?
We got nothing.
Okay, well, tomorrow on Barely Necessities, we'll be highlighting a lot of the merchandise that's been hitting the parks and Shop Disney. There's a 50th anniversary Kate Spade collection. There's a series of new magic bands.
Good.
And
the Triceratops spin magic band is available at Animal Kingdom. I wasn't able to get a picture of it, so I'm glad that it's
there you
up
go.
on there.
Yep. Along with a few others, as well as some new Loungefly items celebrating Mickey Waffles and Funko style. That's what I call it, at least. Enchanted Tiki Room, because that looks like to me. They look like Funko Tiki birds. So we'll be talking more about those items and a lot more on Barely Necessities later this week. So, yeah.
Did anybody else order their Disney Plus Day shirt starring the Loki Gator?
No, I just want a Disney Plus shirt. I just want a plain logo. They sold them for a little bit and I didn't get one at the time and then they went away and they never brought them back again. I just want a very plain, just Disney Plus shirt to have. So I keep my eye out for that. But so far they haven't brought that back yet.
Disney Plus Day.
I know. They were too much on eBay. I looked. They were just a little too much. So anything else, Mr. Doobie, before we sign off? I think that's it. There was so much going on. Disneyland had the merriest nights. Jeremiah brought us all this stuff about the after hours merry party at Magic Kingdom. We'll have links to the various articles down below. As always, Laughing Place has lots of different stuff going on.
Swan and Dolphin Reserve open on Disney Plus Day. Sorry, that article went up this morning with a video. Beautiful hotel, beautiful. The lobby, it may seem a little strange, but that's the outside. You enter,
but it's not
the upstairs. Go on, Dewey.
You said strange. I said, but it's not.
Thank you. You go up the escalator, and this is their main lobby. Of course, the Disney desk in the background. The views from the hotel are amazing. That's their pool. If you're on one side, you're looking out towards Epcot and Magic Kingdom. The other side, you're looking out towards Animal Kingdom, and you can see Disney's Hollywood Studios. That's the view from the View room and lounge upstairs, which a great place. If you're staying there, that's going to be where people will be camping out to watch the fireworks all night long. And then, of course, we have a ribbon cutting with, as I put it, if you want to see what a ribbon cutting may have looked like in the late 70s, early 80s, with people talking a lot, that was that.
Wow.
Yes, the first 19 minutes of that is the ribbon cutting dedication from everybody. This is the upstairs lounge. Mickey and Minnie came out, then we relocated. That's the view from one of the rooms. I believe I did a pan shot. There it is.
Well, that's a big building over there.
There's another big building right there.
That Guardians building is just humongous.
No. That's the dolphin.
Is that the balloon right there?
Yes.
Cool.
Nice. Oh.
Oh.
And then down below is the Fantasia mini golf.
Fantasia mini golf. Nice.
Yeah.
Yay. Oh, very cool.
Oh, thanks for reminding us of that, Jeremiah. Awesome. Anything else anybody want to mention before we say arrivederci?
Nope. As we go, I'm going to leave you all with the beauty and wonder of SeaWorld celebration, Christmas time celebration. So, see, here we go.
I guess Tony beat Mac.
There we go. See? What? It's snow.
What is that music? Hi, Shelly.
No, it's snowing.
No, Donna, your line is a free button. Right, that one was good.
That Snope is like massive clusters.
It looks
Ta-da.
pretty.
It is. It's pretty.
Opa oyster.
Dumpity doo.
Spin that, Shelly. All right. Au revoir, everyone. May all your holiday dreams